What if I told you that chasing her, texting, calling, pleading, only cements her decision to leave? What if I told you that the harder you try to prove your worth, the more invisible you become in her eyes? And what if the most powerful move you can make is no move at all? Not another message, not another explanation, just silence, complete and total absence. Because the moment you remove yourself, not in anger, not in pettiness, but in dignity and detachment, you become unforgettable. When a woman walks away, the average man falls apart. He reaches out, he overanalyzes, he pours energy into every second of distance, trying to close a door that's already sealed shut. But the Stoic man, the man grounded in self-mastery, in emotional sovereignty, does something entirely different. He doesn't chase, he doesn't cling, he disappears, not to disappear from life, but to disappear from her life and reappear as a force she cannot ignore. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 10 hard-hitting principles drawn from Stoicism, reinforced by psychological truth and sharpened with unapologetic masculinity. You'll learn how to stop leaking energy, how to make silence scream, and how to transform heartbreak into high-value transformation. This is not about revenge. This is not about manipulation. This is about evolution. If you're tired of being haunted by her memory, then it's time to become the ghost she cannot touch. Let's begin. 1. Silence isn't passive, it's precision. Let's get something straight. Silence isn't avoidance, it's deliberate control. She's waiting for your message, that last desperate text. She wants to see the notification, hear the voicemail, feel that she still has control. And most men give her exactly that. But not you. Silence is a vacuum, and vacuums pull people in. When you stop reacting, you break the pattern. When you stop speaking, you become the loudest presence in her mind. Understand this. She's not just measuring your absence, she's analyzing it. Every day you don't reach out, you're showing her something stronger than words. Discipline. And in a world full of emotional chaos, discipline is rare. Rare is valuable. Valuable is missed. So no cryptic posts, no passive-aggressive stories, no sudden self-improvement spam on social media trying to make her jealous. Just stillness, because silence doesn't beg, it doesn't argue, it haunts. Second stop. Worshipping the pain. You miss her, you replay the memories. You walk around with a tight chest and a fake smile, hoping nobody notices you're slowly falling apart. But here's the truth. Pain isn't noble. It's not a trophy. It's just feedback, evidence that you placed your identity in someone else's hands. The Stoic man feels pain, but he doesn't get drunk on it. He doesn't romanticize it. He uses it as data. You miss her? That's fine, but that doesn't mean you stay stuck. You don't keep watching her stories, playing sad music and calling it love. That's not love. That's addiction to validation. The moment you stop glorifying heartbreak is the moment you begin to heal. The world doesn't need more broken poetry. It needs more men who transmute pain into purpose. If you're still bleeding, then bleed into progress, bleed into purpose, bleed into self-respect. 3. Detachment isn't cold, it's clarity. Every time you chase her, you reinforce one brutal psychological law. People value what they must work for. The harder she sees you try, the less she has to. Detachment doesn't mean you didn't love her. It means you love yourself more. Most men confuse detachment with bitterness. They think it's cutting her off with hate. Number detachment means you're not owned by what hurt you. It means you're no longer emotionally available to someone who proved they can walk away. That's power. When she sees you detach, not out of spite, but out of centered confidence, she feels the shift. Because suddenly you're no longer emotionally predictable, you're not orbiting her anymore. And when she can't feel your emotional weight, she starts carrying it herself. 4th, rebuild like she never existed. The wreckage she left behind. Let it be your blueprint. Don't just survive the breakup, outgrow it. The Stoic man doesn't mourn the ruins, he starts reconstruction. He doesn't rebuild for her to see it. He rebuilds because his future self demands it. Start small. Fix your sleep. Fix your fitness. Fix your focus. Not to show her what she lost, but to show yourself what you can become when no one else is clapping. The gym, the journal, the goals. This isn't cosmetic improvement. This is spiritual reclamation. This is psychological warfare against your former self. Let her come back and find a man she no longer recognizes. A man who doesn't need her, doesn't resent her, doesn't even look back. Because when you rebuild in silence, your growth speaks so loudly, she won't be able to ignore it. 5. Cut the supply. Stop feeding her ego. She's not texting you, but she's watching. She's liking your posts, responding to your stories, leaving digital breadcrumbs. And you're giving her energy in return. Stop. Every like you send, every emoji you react with, every DM you answer, that's emotional currency. And she's spending it for free. The moment she left, she stopped earning your access. But when you respond, you teach her that she can walk away and still own your attention. You have to stop financing her comfort with your loyalty. Dark Psychology 101. People value what they can't control. If you want her to feel your absence, you need to create absence. She doesn't deserve half access to a man she didn't choose fully. So shut the door, not to hurt her, but to heal you. 6. Kill the hope. She'll fix it. Hope is dangerous. Not because it's wrong, but because misplaced hope makes you delusional. You're waiting for an apology, a message, a moment of clarity. Stop. You are not a rescue mission. You are not a placeholder until she figures herself out. The longer you wait for her to return, the more you delay your own rebirth. Kill the hope, not the love. Kill the fantasy, not your soul. Because until you stop hoping she'll come back, you'll keep postponing the life waiting to be built without her. 7. Become unreachable. Not because you blocked her, not because you posted a quote that says I'm thriving, but because you actually are. When you evolve emotionally, mentally, spiritually, she loses the ability to connect to the version of you she once knew, and that's what haunts her. She can't access you, not through guilt, not through flirtation, not through nostalgia, because the man you've become is no longer waiting in the same emotional hallway. That's real growth. That's what makes her miss you. Not that you disappeared, but that she can't find a version of you that still needs her. 8. Redefine what she meant to you. Most men keep her on a pedestal, even after she left, even after the disrespect, even after the cold silence. But what if she wasn't your soulmate? What if she was the test before the real thing? What if her role was to wake you up to the man you were pretending to be? Redefine her, not as the one who got away, but the one who exposed your weak points, the one who revealed your emotional dependencies, the one who triggered your transformation. She wasn't a blessing, she was a mirror. Thank her silently, and never look back. 9. Stop justifying the past. You keep asking yourself what you could have done better, what you should have said, whether you were too much or not enough. But the truth is, relationships don't break because of one mistake. They break when compatibility meets bad timing, when interest fades and clarity sharpens. Stop rewriting history. Stop creating a narrative where you were the villain. Sometimes things end, and that's enough reason to stop carrying the guilt. Let it go. 10. Your absence must feel like a loss. You want her to miss you. Don't fake it. Actually become someone worth missing, not someone she remembers for his desperation, but someone who vanished into silence and rose into power. No contact, no begging, no response, just improvement, just progress, just presence without her. When she checks on you, she must feel the absence, not because you disappeared, but because you evolved beyond recognition. And in that moment, regret will visit her, not as punishment, but as truth. Closing words. This isn't just about making her miss you. It's about becoming a man so complete, so centered, so grounded, that missing you becomes a natural consequence of leaving you. Stop chasing. Stop bleeding. Stop hoping. Become the ghost she cannot touch, because you've become a man she no longer deserves. If you're ready to evolve without apology, hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below. I do not chase, I become. Welcome to Psychology Truth.